What is up there everyone, it's the guy with no gamertag here, and today I want to talk about nostalgia and how it's affecting me with Battlefield at the moment. Now currently I'm having some fun in my breaks just going and watching some old Battlefield top plays videos. I really enjoy seeing all the old Battlefield 3 clips and even some Bad Company 2 clips. I never played Bad Company 2, but I thoroughly enjoyed Battlefield 3, and actually it motivated me to actually go back and play Battlefield 3 on the PlayStation 3. And I had a lot of fun. It is still a very fun, very playable game, and I'm amazed at how strong the community is on that game. There are still so many servers to choose from. I unfortunately didn't get to play some of my favourite maps like Cien Crossing, Strike at Karkin, but I did get to play Noshar Canals and Grand Bazaar, which is two of the most amazing maps. I'm not too keen on Noshar TDM, I will admit. It is quite a clusterfuck. But Grand Bazaar is amazing, and Noshar, for a break, it was a bit of fun just to have some of that chaos. But I have realised that although I think really fondly of this game, and I do still really enjoy playing it, it doesn't quite hold that attention span for me anymore. It's not quite the game that I could sink hours upon hours and upon hours consecutively into. It's a game that I can play for an hour or so and then I'll just go and do something else. It doesn't quite hold my attention like it used to, and I've realised that that's where nostalgia is failing me. It is a lot of fun, but it doesn't hold my attention like new games do. And I realised that where I might criticise a newer game for having not borrowed something from Battlefield 3 and maybe changed it up, I realised actually no, that's a good thing that they are trying to change it. So many game franchises are now being haunted by people asking for remasters, remakes. Go and make the game like COD 4, go and make the game like Battlefield 3, or make it like Bad Company 2, because it'll make it fun. Just because that game was fun doesn't mean it's going to be as good as you remember it. That game is still there and you can love it till the end of time, but if they just keep remaking the exact same game, it's not going to be fun anymore. It won't keep your attention and keep you wanting to play it. And a lot of people's wish lists for Battlefield 1 include things from Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, and they include changes which, yeah, they make sense. If something didn't work in Battlefield 4 but did in Battlefield 3, it would make sense to take it from Battlefield 3. But at the same time, nothing can ever move forwards if you're constantly just copying things from the past. Sometimes you need to take that risk and make a change and see how people react to it. If they don't like it, well, that's unfortunate, and you can try and change it so that they might like it a bit better, but ultimately you've made that design change and you've seen if it has worked, and unfortunately it hasn't paid off. But for that 1 in a million chance that you happen to make a change and everybody loves it, it creates a game that everybody will remember for a long time because they absolutely loved playing it and they just couldn't enjoy any other game more, then that is why you need to progress, and that is why they need to make these changes. And I've realised that actually my entire list for things for Battlefield 1 have changed. What I want from Battlefield 1 is whatever the developers have decided is what they want to design as a game. I don't care if it fits on my wish list, I don't care what it borrows from Battlefield 3, which is my most favourite Battlefield, and I don't care what features I've disliked in previous games that they decide to put in, because it will be something new and I can decide whether or not it actually works in this game. And it allows the franchise to progress, which is ultimately what we all want. We don't want the same game coming back at us. If we want to go and play the old game, we can go and do it. I think it's fair to say, if you want to continue playing a game, you love that game and you want nothing more than to continue enjoying that game, don't buy its successor, because that is the only way you can continue to enjoy that game. Once you've bought the successor, yeah, it's fun to go back and play the old game, but it doesn't hold your attention as much. And I think that ultimately we need to just progress with franchises. It's fun to look back at the old games through rose-tinted spectacles. Whether or not they're good or not, it's fun to look back at them. But we do need to move on. And I think for a lot more franchises this needs to be the case. We need to stop complaining about the developers making changes. Yes, we don't like them, but they have to make the changes to work out what we like. We don't know what we want. We'll say, yes, we want this. Like for Call of Duty Ghosts, we said we wanted big maps, we want levolution and destruction. What happened? They gave us that and the game didn't appeal to most of the Call of Duty player base, and everyone hated it, and a lot of people see that as where Call of Duty began to decline. Or they personally feel that that game has killed the franchise, when actually all they did was give us what the community asked for. And it single-handedly seemed to split the community into who actually wants to continue playing the game and who just wants to make constant hate videos about the franchise. But anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with Battlefield 1 and also upcoming releases of DLCs for Battlefield 4 and Hardline. I can't wait to get my hands on those and just see what the Battlefield 1 multiplayer is actually going to be like. But anyway, this has been the guy with no gamertag, and I'll see you on another video.